All right, everyone, we start off today with something a little bit surreal, which is that the Kamala Harris campaign is pretending that Donald Trump didn't already challenge her to 3 debates. He should lean into this, by the way. This is an epic opportunity for Donald Trump. His first debate performance against Kamala Harris, it was basically a stalemate. While he prevailed on the issues, optically speaking, Kamala Harris did, the bar was so low for her that she outperformed expectations. And so that's all anyone's talking about. Oh, she was so stunning and brave. She went up against evil fat orange man and she did very, very well. Well, she didn't do very well. She was vacuous over and over again and often avoided the actual conversation, didn't even want to talk about what she was being asked. There were also a couple of bizarre moments, from her. But Trump didn't do as well as he could have done. He decided to do more of the I'm a solemn presidential candidate thing. He's going to need to adapt that tactic for Kamala Harris. That worked against Biden, but that's because Biden self-imploded completely in a spectacular manner, and some people are forgetting about that. He imploded. He didn't know where he was. He mumbled his way through the entire debate. He often couldn't even answer basic questions because he's demented. What Trump should have done, again, I've laid out the framework for what he needs to do. Call out Kamala for having hidden Biden's dementia. That's important. Get her on record on issues or make the record for her. And then nail the shit out of her. I mean, not in the literal sense. Nobody is brave enough to do that. That's what he needs to do. Point out to the American people that she is not answering the question. So when she's asked, like, Miss Harris, you're part of the administration that has seen considerable amounts of inflation. What would you do to reduce inflation? Well, I think that we need an American way forward and progress, or something like that. She's going to sloganeer, basically. Trump can then effectively Chris Christie v. Rubio her and point that out. But he needs to drive that home. I think that it's hilarious that the Kamala Harris administration, which would only tacitly agree to 1 debate and then wanted to change the rules at the last minute, is now challenging Trump to a 2nd debate. Take it. Not only should Trump take the 2nd debate, he should demand a 3rd. He should demand a town hall style debate. This is traditional. Again, I pointed this out yesterday. Traditionally, we've had 3. You've got the general debate, and that's just on, everything, basically. You've got a dedicated foreign policy debate. Boy, oh boy, does Kamala, there's no chance that she agrees to one of those. And then you have the town hall debate. This is the way that the debate structure tended to work throughout the 90s, throughout the 2000s, and well into the 2010s. You only get a deviation in 2020, and that was based on lockdownerism. Of course, then you only have 2, and you don't have the town hall because, people might get sick, and you didn't have the dedicated foreign policy debate. You just had a couple of debates. I think that we should return to the old model. It makes sense. The general debate is basically flesh out your platform. The foreign policy debate is you're going to be commander-in-chief. This is about military and diplomacy because that's specifically your forte within politics. It's not legislative in nature. This is executive action we're talking about. The town hall debate is that you get a group of people together of various kinds, and they get to ask you questions. This is the format that we should be using. It's the format that was used in the past quite successfully. It also makes the networks a lot more money. I don't know why the networks aren't pressing these campaigns to have more debates. If anything, we need more, not less. 3 is like bare minimum mode. You're running for the highest office in the land, where you literally control the U.S. military. You are the chief diplomat of the United States. You are the head of the executive branch. You wield veto power, or the ability to sign bills, of course. And you're the representative of your entire party. It's kind of important for people to know where you stand on issues. The problem is, and this is by design, by the way, the problem is people know where Trump stands on all of these issues. He's fleshed out his platform now for the better part of a year. There's no confusion over where Trump stands, for example, on the economy, on taxes, on aspects of foreign policy. We know what he stands for. But a lot of voters still don't know a whole lot about Kamala Harris. The whole reason for this is by design. Again, Biden in 2020 was able to simply hide and not really flesh out a platform because of lockdowns. He was able to hold very, very small rallies that didn't really get any news attention or anything like that, and hide effectively. Kamala Harris should not be given the same latitude. I would advise the Trump campaign, not only should you accept this debate, but remind them, and you should do this very publicly. We already challenged you to several additional debates. You punted on the Fox News debate. You only want it to be on networks that are favorable towards you, which is what the ABC debate basically was, by the way. And you don't want a third debate. You don't want a town hall style debate. You'll get asked impromptu questions. And by the way, I can guarantee that Kamala Harris was given the questions in advance before that debate. There's no possibility that she wasn't. There is an entire effort right now by the deep state to try to fortify this election, to cock-block Trump. That's their entire goal. They're obsessed with the concept. They're going to help her any way that they feasibly can. And so, since you know the questions beforehand, obviously the moderators do, they have to prepare, they gave it to Kamala Harris and her staff. That is a guarantee. I objectively allege that that is the case. That's why, and keep in mind, under the most unfavorable of circumstances, Trump still managed to draw her to a stalemate. That's actually a good sign. If you can get the campaign pressured into a third debate, a town hall style debate, where you're not 100% sure what questions are going to be asked, you have a blind town hall, so to speak, he will crush her. He will utterly annihilate her. This is probably why she wouldn't agree to such a thing. You think that, the Uniparty right now is doing literally everything it can from 2020 on steroids. They're literally trying to cock-block the American voter from even knowing what Kamala Harris's platform is. Keep it vacuous, and it's harder to attack. Trump needs to go on the offensive now. He can't do the same thing that he did with Joe Biden. With Joe Biden, he's demented, he's senile, doesn't know where he is. You can just be like, oh, I don't know what he's saying, and I don't think he does either, and stuff like that. Easy quips, easy jabs. It was very easy for him. You're not going to be able to do that with Harris. You're going to have to go full aggression mode. We need the energy of 2016 back. You need to challenge her to not just the debate that she's ostensibly challenging you to, which is something that she prior had bounced, which is very odd. They're claiming credit for the idea that Trump himself concocted. Not only that one debate, but say, no, I wanted 2 more debates. I want a normal debate schedule, where there's no lockdowns right now. We can have a town hall. Come on, Kamala. Come on and answer voters' questions directly. But it's got to be on a network that's actually neutral, so probably not ABC. Hell, CNN did a better job. That's basically what he should be going with. And it will completely flummox her. Because then her campaign has to either cower and say, no, we just want one more debate, and it's got to be on a network of our choosing, and do like the girl boss thing. That doesn't go over so well. Or, okay, we accede to your wishes, and then there's a compromise, of course. It's not going to be on Fox or something like that. And then you have 2 additional debates. I think that that would be good for the American people to actually see Kamala in her own words. We'll be talking separately today, by the way, on the live stream about Kamala Harris's socialism. Sent a letter to the AFL-CIO, if I remember correctly, or was it the ACLU? I can't remember which one it was. One's a union group, the other one is a bunch of gadflies, reiterating some of her opinions, and they are very far left, actually. She sounds like a female version of Bernie Sanders sometimes, honestly. Trump needs to point this out. You can't just do it on Truth Social, by the way. You can't. You have to come out of your shell too, I would suppose. Trump is sort of lurking in the shadows at times, when really the big scores that he gets is when he's doing the bravado thing. He gets out in front of the American public and he makes a big deal about something, and preferably with lots of memes. You got to give us memes because then we can cycle them around online, which is where most people get their information from. That's about all. Peace out.